Hey, so a problem I often had when I was writing Python test was that I would have tests that were unreliable. And what we meant was not that the tests were unreliable, but that they would fail because something externally failed, like they couldn't connect to a network resource or they couldn't connect to a database, just because it timed out or something. And what I found was that if you reran the test, immediately it would pass. And so this was not a good thing because your actual code didn't have a bug, but the test was still failing because of unrelated issues. So what we would do was we would rerun the test again if we thought it would fail. So let me just give you an example. So over here, I've got this unreliable function here. And what it does is it has a fail percent of 70%. That means 70% of the time it will raise an exception. The other 30% of the time it will return success. So if I run it, look, it hit an exception. If I run it again, exception again. If I keep running it at some time, hopefully it'll pass. But yeah, that's not good, right? So normally what I would do something was like for I in, so I would run the test 10 times. We do a try here. And then if the test passed, if it was success, we would break. If there was an error, so what we would do is we sleep for say a second before trying again. Okay, if I run this now, so I hit the error sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Okay, let me put a print here. Just so we know that the test passed. So if I run it again, sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Yeah, it passed here. Passed after 4 times. Okay, so this code can get really complex because sometimes, you might want to have a maximum timeout that, after 30 seconds or 1 minute, it must fail, even if it's in the middle of something. And you can add logic for that. And you can add more and more logic. You can have your own custom logic. And it gets very tiring very soon. So I found this awesome library called Tenacity. And Tenacity does all of this for you. Okay, so I'll just show you quickly. So we take this function, unreliable, oh, tab, and I just add one line. Okay, I'm going to add at retry. Retry has been imported from the Tenacity library. If I run it now, it automatically keep retrying the code until it passes. What if you don't want to keep trying forever? What if you want to have limits? Oops. So Tenacity has a lot of options. A lot of You can stop after fixed number of retries. So you can stop, or you can stop after 10 seconds. You can wait between tries. So I'm going to show you two of these. So for wait, I'm going to use the wait fixed, which means wait fixed for 1 second. And for stop, I'm going to say stop after attempt, which means, give me a second, I'll explain what it means. It means we should stop after 5 retries. Let's make this 8 retries, okay? So now it'll retry it 8 times, and each time it'll sleep 1 second. Yeah, so did the same thing, another level, success. So there you go, it's just doing the same thing as, all this code I added. Except I don't have to maintain that code. I just added one retry command at the top and it did this. And there are a lot of options here. You have weight fixed. I think you also have a weight exponential. So you can weight exponential second. Where back off means the first time it'll rate, I think 1 second, then 2 seconds, then 10 seconds. If you have a database that's down, you don't want to hammer it after every second, so you can have an exponential back off. There are other features like you can have a maximum stop. So I think we try to find it. I don't remember the function, but yeah, you can have a set of maximum. So you can say that after say 30 seconds, yeah, stop after delay. So that means after 10 seconds it will stop no matter what happens. And you can have a maximum delay. Like you don't want to test to run forever, for example. So you say, right, you will try this for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then you will stop. Another useful feature I have is callback. So you can have you can define custom callback functions. And these are functions that will be called, and this is a bit of a convoluted example, but you see that retry, it calls its own function, retry if result, this false, this one. It calls this function. And you can, if you're not raising an exception, for example, you're getting an HTML code. So you can have something like retry if HTML return code is not 200 or something like that. And you can have your own callback as well. So yeah, this is a quick introduction to the Python Tenacity library. I think it's pretty awesome. And every time you have something like this where you have your code is unreliable because of external features, instead of writing your own if for loop sleep code, use this library. It's just one line. It's much more clean. And yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, you can have multiple conditions here. So you can have wait fixed 1, or you can have stop equal to stop after attempt 8, but also have a maximum timeout. You could put in multiple conditions in here for wait or stop. So yeah, pretty awesome library. Do check it out. Cheers.